Hello everyone, welcome back to exercise number 17 of the SolidWorks Basic Tutorial series. In this video, we're going to be designing a head yoke. Now, in the mechanical engineering world, a head yoke is actually a supporting bracket that helps to support mechanical devices. As you can see here, this is a typical 3D representation of a head yoke with a square base and this U-shaped protrusion. And for your information, FYI, this U-shaped protrusion here technically is called a clevis, and a U-shaped clevis is a mechanical feature that helps to support mechanical devices by allowing pins or bolts to enter between its arms. Within SolidWorks, we're actually going to be using three main SolidWorks features to model this. Of course, we've used these features before. Namely the extrude boss base feature to create the thickness of the base, and this cylindrical or circular protrusion here. The extrude cut features to work on the holes, the four corners here at the back, and the holes here at the sides on the clevis itself. And of course, we're going to be using many of the sketch tools as well. This is the schematic diagram of exercise number 17. This is the isometric view, front view, and top view. All dimensions are in millimeters. And it's important to note here that at the bottom of this component here, right here, see this projection here, this 3D view, we see that there's a depression or recess at the bottom here. That does not go all the way through the component, but actually is only 5 millimeters deep. So yeah, everything you need to model this in SolidWorks hopefully should be here. So let's minimize this. And with that aside, let's get started on exercise number 17. Okay, so we start by closing this window and opening a new SolidWorks part. We set the background to plain white, and we copy exercise number 17 into SolidWorks for better viewing. Now, if we look at the schematic diagram here, the detailed drawing, I think the easiest step to begin modeling this in SolidWorks is to work on the base here, right? So the base is a square with a fillet radius to the edges here, and there are 4 holes at each corner. Of course, we're going to be implementing the extrude boss base feature to create the thickness of the base. So let's get started. Select top plane, sketch, go to rectangle and select center rectangle and draw a rectangle. Now the base here is a square, so the square is 250 millimeters by 250 millimeters. So this edge here has a length of 250. And this edge here has a length of 250 as well. Let's put this to the side. Okay, so the next step now is to extrude this. So go to Features, Extrude Boss Base, and we're going to extrude this, according to the diagram here, to a thickness of 20 millimeters. See, the base here has a thickness of 20 millimeters. So define a thickness of 20 millimeters. Select OK. Now we're going to apply a fillet radius to smooth out the corners here. So go to Fillet. And if you look at the figure here, we see that the fillet radius here is 37 millimeters. So enter a fillet radius of 37 millimeters. And then go ahead and select the 4 corners of the base. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Select OK. Now we're going to work on the 4 holes here at the corners. So select this top face, sketch, go to circle, and to identify the center of each hole at each of the corners, we hover over the fillet circle here. And you see there's a center here. We're going to draw the center of this hole right here. So this is 1, 2, 3, and 4. These 4 holes have a diameter of 30 millimeters. So go to Smart Dimension and assign a diameter of 30 millimeters for each of the 4 circles. Next step is to actually create the hole. So go to Features, Extrude Cut, and these holes go all the way through the base plate. So as you can see here, see the hidden lines go all the way through. So select this arrow and drag it all the way through the component. Select OK. There. We finished the base plate. Next, we're going to work on this depression here at the bottom, this recess. So let's select this bottom face, sketch, go to center rectangle. And if we look at the detailed drawing here, we see that the opening or the recess here is actually a square with a fillet radius to each of its 4 sides. And it's a square that is 125 millimeters wide, right? So again, let's draw a rectangle, go to Smart Dimension, assign a length or dimension of 125 millimeters to this side, and do the same thing to this side as well, 125. Right, now go to Features, Extrude Cut. I'm going to cut this to a depth of 5 millimeters. So, enter 5, select OK. Now we're going to smooth out the 4 edges right here using the fillet radius tool. So select fillet. And the 4 edges here have a fillet radius of, it's not mentioned here, so we don't have to assume it, right? We're going to have to assume that this is, let's say, 2 millimeters. Okay, so select this edge. So select this. It's sort of tricky selecting these small edges, and select OK. Yeah, I think that should do. Now let's go ahead and edit for the radius here. Let's go ahead and select the radius of 5. Select OK. Still too small. Let's go ahead and edit again. Let's go with 10. Again, sometimes these dimensions are not exactly clear. Okay, so 10 is okay. Perfect. Okay, so now we're going to work on this circular protrusion here at the top. So select this face, sketch, go to circle, and draw a single circle. The circle here has a diameter of 140 millimeters. So go to Smart Dimension, assign a diameter of 140 millimeters. Now we're going to extrude this, go to Features, and we're going to extrude this right here. See, this cylindrical plate here on the top has a thickness of 6 millimeters. So go to Extrude Boss Base, and we're going to extrude this to a height or thickness of 6 millimeters. Select OK. Right. Now, for the tricky part, we're going to work on this clevis here. So let's just select right plane, sketch, and we're going to try to sketch this profile here on the right plane of our model, right? So if we look at the image here, we see that there's a larger circle, a smaller circle, and 2 lines here that sort of make a rounded pyramid here at the top, right? So again, select circle, make sure everything's centralized, draw one big circle and another smaller circle. Go to Smart Dimension, and the largest circle has a radius of 32 millimeters. So this should have a diameter of 32 times 2. Select OK. While the smaller circle has a diameter of 25 millimeters. Okay, so this is 25. The distance between the center of this circle, or these two circles actually, and the top face of the base here is 55 millimeters. So select this point and this line here and assign a distance of 55 millimeters. Excellent. Now go to line and draw 2 tangent lines. Wonderful. Now select the midpoint of this line right here and the origin. Make the relation between the two vertical. And the length of this line here should be 100 millimeters. Once again, select this center of this circle and the origin. Make the relation, let's leave the Smart Dimension tool. Let's select this center of this circle and the origin and make the relation vertical. Wonderful. Now go to Trim Entities and let's trim this line right here. Select OK. Now we're going to create the thickness. We're going to extrude this drawing both ways. Go to Features, Extrude Boss Base. Select as an end condition mid-plane, and we're going to extrude this to a thickness of, see here, 82 millimeters. 82. Enter a thickness of 82 millimeters. Okay. Are we done yet? Absolutely not. Remember that there's a opening here within the clevis at the top, right? So what do? Again, we select right plane, sketch, we select this face, and what do? We go to Convert Entities. See, that creates a sketch of the outer profile right here. Now go to Features again, and go to or select Extrude Cut. Select as an end condition mid-plane, and the opening here is actually 32 millimeters. So this should be 32 millimeters. Select OK. And that concludes, exercise number 17. Let's go ahead and leave this image. Assign perspective view. Let's go ahead and assign the material. Appearances, metal, steel, and let's select brush steel. Select OK. All right, so that concludes exercise number 17. I hope you all enjoyed watching and you're actually doing something new here. Hopefully also you had fun. If you've enjoyed this content, please don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you all in exercise numbers 18. Until then, bye-bye.